Hey you guys, welcome back. I am so excited to be filming. We were just in Aruba over the last couple days. We desperately needed to get out of this gloomy winter weather, and I have got my energy because we rested, did absolutely nothing. You parents know there's nothing like someone making your food, getting your bed situated for you when you come back from the pool, having a drink, whatever you want. You can't beat that. And I feel like when you're a kid, you just don't appreciate that. But as an adult, nothing is better. Today, I wanted to chat with you guys about something that I know I struggled with for a really long time, and that was just being very angry and bitter. And it's normal. It is so normal to go through that experience. And if you are there, please do not judge or shame yourself for feeling the way you do. What I do want to help you with is to not stay stuck in that space, because it's very easy to create a habit and create a pattern of feeling like you are the victim in this situation. Now, let me start with saying that if you are feeling like you are a victim, you probably were in a really terrible situation. And we all go through these situations in life. We all go through sometimes really painful relationships and divorces and breakups, and someone leaves us or cheats on us, or we went through narcissistic abuse or emotional abuse. And now we're looking back and we're like, oh my God, the amount of red flags that I completely overlooked. And now I'm here. And it's very normal for you to compare yourself to other people, where you're saying, okay, why am I going through this when none of my other friends have ever gone through anything like this whatsoever? Why is this happening to me? Those are all very normal things that you experience when you have gone through something really painful and traumatic. So you probably very much were a victim at that point in time when you went through that situation. But here's the thing, and I hated when I had to really own this myself, is you were not a victim today. The only way you can avoid being bitter is to actually learn from this experience. Now, there's two ways you're going to learn. You're going to learn about everything about this relationship, about this person, about manipulation, narcissistic abuse, emotional abuse. You're going to learn all the terms. You're going to get obsessed with learning about all that stuff. And that is definitely part of the healing journey. Absolutely. But you are also going to learn, if you are open, and most people are not, you're also going to learn about yourself. You're going to learn about all the wounds that are inside of you that caused you to be who you are, that was actually attracted to this person. You're going to learn your fears, your insecurities, how you abandoned yourself, how you neglected yourself. You're going to learn all about the stuff that's going on inside of you. That's the stuff that if you don't take responsibility for it, you will stay in the victim space for a very long time. You will be angry, you will be bitter, and you will circle around and around that for the rest of your life until you can say, okay, I was a victim. I have a right to be angry. I can be bitter. That's totally fine. But I don't want to stay stuck in that space. There are some people that love that space and they feel powerful in that space. If you are watching this video because you clicked on this, that is not you. And you are searching for something to help you to start moving out of that anger, that bitterness, and into just a healthy level of confidence in yourself that you can actually overcome some of the things that you went through. The only way you're ever going to be able to do that is if you actually learn from this experience. Plenty of things that we go through in life that are unfortunate, they are painful. We just have these crappy things that we go through, whether it's in childhood or our adulthood, or we attract terrible people that use us and just abuse us in some way. And that sometimes that's what we have to go through in order for us to really wake up, so we can actually learn how to take care of ourselves and love ourselves. And it stinks that we sometimes have to go through those levels of pain in order to really see that. But unfortunately, that's just sometimes what we have to do. It doesn't make you a victim, and it doesn't mean that your life is completely stopping now because you went through this unfortunate situation and you're in a little bit of pain. It just means that you're going to have to learn how to overcome some of the uncomfortable things that you're feeling. There are plenty of people that have gone through what you've been through and have overcome it. So really finding the people that have been able to overcome, and just what are the things that they're doing, and most importantly, what is their mindset around the situations that they've been through. Of course, there's always a person that's gone through worse than what you've gone through and struggled in a different way than what you've struggled with. And I think it's important to really connect with those people, whether it is on social media, whether it is a friend that maybe has gone through something really difficult. Maybe it's not similar to what you've been through, but it still was a very painful situation where they themselves can very much feel like they're the victim, or that they're just covered in bitterness or anger. And how did they overcome it? And I'm going to tell you, the one thing that all those people are going to have in common is just a switch in their mindset that they just did not want to be a victim anymore. Those are the healthy, confident people that even though they've had times where they've like slipped into anger, slipped into bitterness, they don't want to live that life. They don't want to be that person because they know, first off, it's the most unattractive thing in the world to still be bitter and angry about a situation that happened whatever 20 years ago or something like that, because it means that you didn't learn how to like overcome, which means you didn't learn about yourself, and you also didn't take responsibility for that. You're still blaming the other person, but also you never really learned how to actually be a creator. You're still waiting for life to hand you things rather than you going out there and learning how to create your own life and happiness. And that goes beyond just attracting a better person or having a better job or making more money. This is more about inner peace and inner happiness. A lot of what I learned along the way, yes, it helped me to like manifest things and create great relationships, but I learned just how to like love myself and take care of myself. And when you learn how to do that, you actually do find inner peace. And maybe you don't live in inner peace all day, every day, but you at least know the fundamentals of how to like tap back into that. And that is essential in order for you to be a healthy human being. And it is essential in order for you to have really high standards. I don't ever want you to deny how you feel. So if you're angry, if you're upset, you're going to tiptoe into that. This is not a black or white thing where it's like, all right, I'm just never going to be angry again. Nope, it doesn't work like that. Feel everything that you need to feel when it comes up, but staying stuck in the same cycle over and over again, that becomes a pattern that you are choosing to do whether you think it or not. So the person that is not wanting to be a victim is a person that says, I'm going to take responsibility for that. I'm going to take responsibility for the fact that at some point I have to own that no matter what happens to me and what that person did to me, that it is my job to make myself happy and to get myself out of that state. That's actually super empowering and very healthy, because that means that you can actually control how you feel, and that life is not always dictating how you feel. That even though it's raining today, that you can still have a really great day. That even though someone leaves you, that yes, you're going to be sad, you're going to be angry, you're going to be upset, that is part of it, and you might even ebb and flow in those feelings, but you still know that the sun's going to shine again, and I am going to find a great partner, and I am going to get everything that I want, because that's what you deserve. Bitterness really comes from feeling like you were treated unfairly, and you probably were very much treated unfairly, but you were also trying to probably get something from a situation that situation was never ever going to be able to give you. I want you to really think about who are the people that you need to forgive. Because when you feel like you were treated unfairly, I hate to break it to you, but there's some anger and feelings that you have attached to being treated unfairly by that person that you still haven't let go of. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things, because I don't think people really realize that a lot of the bitterness and the anger that you actually feel is tied to you not forgiving either someone or yourself, and probably both. There's definitely a part of you that, if you're honest with yourself, that you're mad that you didn't see some of the things that you probably can see now very clearly, or that you didn't hold this person to the higher standard that you know you should have. There is an aspect of yourself that really needs to forgive yourself for being who you were and doing the things that you did when you were in that relationship with that person. You also have to be able to like look at this person for who they are and understand that they are a human being, whether they're narcissistic, whether they're emotionally abusive, whether they're wounded themselves, which it could be all of the above. It could only be one thing, but that they are human themselves, and that they make mistakes, and that they are not perfect. That doesn't mean that you need to forgive them and welcome them back into your life, because they probably don't even know that they are that way, and they're not willing to take responsibility for themselves in that way. But you can at least start to not take what they did to you so personally, because it had absolutely nothing to do with you. The way that someone treats you has nothing to do with you. It has to do with themselves. When I really got that, it really allowed me to start like letting go of some of the anger. Now, the frustration or anger that I felt because I was exhausted, I was a single mom, I felt like I was doing everything by myself, that was something that unfortunately I just had to feel for as long as I need to feel it, until I didn't feel as exhausted or tired as I did in the beginning phases of my separation and divorce, and even my son being very, very young. Every situation is different. And so whether you have been a single parent or that isn't your story, maybe you were with someone for 25 years and then they divorced you, or whatever that looks like, but it is about understanding where is your anger really coming from. And a big part of it, I feel like, is the fact that a lot of people don't want to start over. They fear starting over because to start over, you're going to have to learn some of the things that you didn't learn the first time around, that you didn't have then when you attracted this person into your life. So they get really frustrated because they kind of want the easy way out. They don't want to really have to work on themselves in order to get the life that they truly want to have. They're almost okay with settling for the crappy relationship they were actually in. And if they're honest with themselves, they can own that, and just dealing with that life rather than doing a little bit of work to get the life that they really want. Most people, that's where most people live. Most people don't want to do the work. Most people don't want to own, themselves or the things that they did wrong in the relationship, or how they should be growing and what they should be learning and how they should be taking care of themselves. Like, they don't want to know any of that kind of stuff. They would rather just have blinders on, be stuck in the same crappy relationship that they were in for 20 years and just keep going along and along. Or they live in a delusion that the relationship that they were in was actually going to be something that it was never going to be. And when you're living in that level of delusion, yeah, you're always going to suffer because you're not living in reality. And reality keeps hitting you in the head saying, no, this is not going to happen. And then you get really frustrated and angry. And then, of course, you can tiptoe into being really bitter. So look, I know that going through these experiences, this stuff is literally no joke. The reason why I even make these videos and do what I do is because I want to help anyone who's going through any of this stuff. And look, we're all human. We're all going through different things that could cause us to be bitter and angry, no matter if it is a divorce or a breakup. Specifically, there's always a situation where you can say, well, this is what I wanted and it's not happening the way I wanted it to happen. And that can cause the anger and the bitterness. This is really about you learning how to let go and you learning how to forgive. Once you learn those two things, it will free you in such a way that bitterness just won't live there anymore inside of you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, follow me on social. Everything's linked down below. We are doing 25% off right now, all of my bundle courses. So if you are interested in taking my heal bundle, or if you are interested in taking my heal and rebuild bundle, I will link that down below as well. And I wish you guys all the best. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.